Hello. Welcome to JP Uma Musume. I promised that in a previous video that I was going to do a run of Mant in Uma Musume in JP, just to kind of give an idea about how long it takes. And I do want to preface this by saying my deck is sort of cobbled together because I've only started at the beginning of the 5th anniversary, which is an event that is only recently I guess. So, I did pretty much put all of my carrots that I've gotten so far into cards. So, and I have not spent any money, so my cards are a little bit shaky. Also, I do want to mention that I don't know what a lot of the skills do. Not just because I can't necessarily fluently read Japanese yet, but because also I just don't know what skills are good and everything like that. So, I do want to preface this by saying there are definitely cards I'm using that are not out yet. In fact, I think there's only one card in my deck that I put together that is out currently, but I guess the point of this video is less to show you what the possibilities of the score are, and more just to show you kind of how long it takes, what the event is about, all that the scenario is about, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. In my team trials here, I don't have any dirt Umas, so I'm gonna try to build a Taiki shuttle. Something to note, I did give her at least a D in medium. I would have liked that to be a C, honestly. Just for the sake of more reliably winning those medium races. So hopefully in her first inspiration event, which will be only after like one G1 that I'd have to miss if she does not get inspiration for medium. Um, she'll get a medium spark. That'd be the hope. So we'll see. For cards, I just basically put together whatever I had in my deck that had any kind of race bonus in it. So this race bonus, just to clarify, race bonus is this one here, just to kind of show you with my thing. That's race bonus. So I did borrow this card that has 15%. Most of my deck has 5. The new Forever Young Wit card has 8, and Taco Helios has 6. So altogether that is at least 50. That's basically what you want to aim for in your own current set. I did go for a 2-2-2 type thing. I'm going to be honest, I have to look more into exactly what's recommended, but again, I literally just cobbled together what I could. So I do have 0 LBCB, so I was happy with that. And Daitaku Helios. The rest of these are all new. Pretty much. I had not even heard of most of these cards when I started. So, we're gonna hit send on this, and I also have a timer up in the upper right hand. So as soon as I hit start in this career, I'm gonna hit go. Keep in mind, I am gonna yap. So this probably will take slightly longer than a actual career if I like sat down and wasn't talking and was just focusing on it. So we're gonna hit this and this at the same time. I am gonna do a lot of skipping here, just for the sake of not. I don't really want to read the story, even if I could read it. And second of all, I do want to mention that the skip, I believe, is faster in JP than in regular, so maybe that'll make up for the fact that I yap. So we're gonna go through here, and I mentioned in my previous one, the goal is mostly to build friendships, but also you get, power and energy and wit, or sorry, speed and energy. The goal is mostly to build friendships. However, just keep in mind that what you click on levels up that training facility, like I mentioned in my previous video. So, that was just asking if I wanted the scenario explained. So we want to mostly, if we can avoid clicking on Guts and Stam, I would like to. We want to mostly try, I know I clicked Guts at least once already. We want to mostly try to click on speed, power and wit during this, just to try to build up those facilities as much as we can during this. So optimally, our speed will build up. Some of these events I haven't actually seen yet in I think the bottom one, yeah, is energy. Not really a whole lot to say. The first 11 turns are just like any other. I'll mention, I guess, if anything crazy comes up, but in the meantime, got 2 on that one. Haven't seen this event yet, technically. 2 here. I know Pasa is one of my speed cards. Do we have speed over here? We do have a speed on there. So I would like to try to build the friendships up evenly. I think I forgot to mention this in my previous video, but if you get an item, it's called a barbecue, that will actually give you friendship with every one of your cards. It's only 5, so it's nothing insane. But because of that item, if you have everybody very close to orange, it's more valuable than if you have just one person close to orange, and then you have like 5 friendship in one person. So we're gonna click on power a little bit here. So we have 1 turn left. We know that we have a race after this turn, and after that is no races. So I'm actually going to take this training, and then I'm going to rest in the following turn after the make debut. So I know in my thing, you want to always try to end on a rest. It's either going to be rest here or rest immediately after your debut, basically, because you can't race anyway. So it's kind of like as long as you made use of this turn. I'm kind of flying through some of these events, just for the sake of, like, if you were practicing your cards, if you know what your cards do, you're going to do the same thing in your runs. So I'm not going to sit here and explain what each click is as far as those are concerned. I do have the what is speed, power, energy, all those memorized. So, like, you can see where it says the -20 there. It is, energy. The things here in this selection are saying, like, learn a random skill, I believe. And I believe this is usually, I think it ends up being pretty harsh comparatively to the previous 2 scenarios and how much energy it takes from races. You'll notice it says 5, 25, and 20. I don't know if that changes, but if it does, it's never down to 5. I think it's, I'm a bottom click person, so I don't know. But I don't think it ever goes down to 5, so. I haven't seen this one yet, so. I don't think that's relevant for me. So. Now we have the pop-up window for the shop. I can show you the shop. Oh my god, we got 2 barbecues. So you'll see, because she won the debut race, every race gives you 100 coins. So she has 100 coins. She can buy both of these right now, right? And that's going to increase friendship for everybody. The next one down is a energy up, so that'll give me 20 energy. The next one down is a stamina book. We don't buy the small books because they cost 10 coins for 3 back, and you'll see the one below that is 15 coins for 7, and that's about half. And then the next one up, which isn't featured here, is 30 for 10, which is actually, is it 30 for 10? No, it's 30 coins for 15, sorry. Then it's, actually half, so I'm going to buy this, right? And then it has a little pop-up window. It's like, are you sure you want to buy it? I go ahead and say yes, and then it asks me, do you want to use the items right away? I'm going to say yes, because there's nothing stopping. You can see in this window what the items are going to do. So you can see that it's going to bring my speed card up to orange, and it's going to do 10 friendship with these. So this is extremely lucky to get barbecue immediately from your make debut. Like, cannot stress it enough. I'm going to rest here. And then I think I probably am going to train in the next one. This is skill points and energy or a bunch of stats. I'll take the stats. So we'll see here, because there's no rival race to show you here. So we'll take a look. I would like to try to get, my power training facility up. Which again is from clicking. So it's 4 clicks, raises it up. This is for mile medium. I will take this one because I'm trying to raise her for dirt racing, which is all mile. So again, no rival race today. And while I would like to buy that book, I'm not itching for it. So we'll see here. We'll take this training SSR Vodka event that I have never seen before. So now we have our first rival race. Again, we're going to check this thing. We know that we have that energy in here. We have a guts book and a stamina book, and this 20% boost, sorry, that's a 20% boost to all of your training facilities for stats. And I think that these are pretty mid to low value. I mean, the guts, it's really down to if you want to pump guts without having to click it. So, pretty much just the energy, which I can't afford right now, but I think I'm going to take this rival race. So, a rival race is just a race in which it is a G graded race. That could be 1, 2, or 3. As you can see, this is 3, and you have to have affinity in it, as far as I can tell. It's gonna have an UMA that is running in it that you're supposed to beat. So in this case, that's gonna be Dover. You can tell from the icon before we went in, and then there's nothing different about the actual race itself where I'd show you, other than for sure Dover is running in it. And then we're going to hit view results. She got 3rd, so this is something that may or not be in global. Okay, so neither me nor Dober won, and so it's a draw. In the case of a draw and in a loss, because there are no goal races to use your clocks on, you can clock these races. So we can do that. We can also buy skills. In reference to these, I think this was a mile race, if I recall. So, we can see if that mile medium skill. Now, I don't know if they're going to include you can buy skills between races. That would be extremely convenient. But I do know a lot of people are saying that this is the scenario where they're going to say you can clock any race. Of course, this is case in point on it taking all your clocks. I think I'm going to give up on it because I just don't think it's worth wasting all my clocks on a J3. What a great showcase, huh? Okay, we have a mood up. Let's see, what else? She's talking a lot, huh? This is power and speed. We're going to take the power because we have a decent amount of speed. I would like to have a little more speed, actually, than this. We don't have a rival race. We do have this, so we could buy... Oh, we do have a rival race. We could buy these items here, right? So now our shop doesn't contain anything that I really want to buy. We have 2 options. One is to train, and the other is to race. If you race, it can add up to, I think it's either 3 or 4 items to the shop, right? And you also want to make sure you have a decent amount of coins for when the shop refreshes, which is every 6 turns. So, I believe one of these is prepared to pass. And then this one is power and skill points. I'm going to take the power. And then we have a rainbow training. So this is a nice time to show you the training bonus up. Oop, hold on, sorry. My little thing's on top of my inventory. The training bonus up. So we're going to go ahead and use our megaphone, right? This is something that can stack with future items. So we'll talk about that in a second. Now I don't have a chance to fail, so I won't use my energy thing. And I'm going to go ahead and click that rainbow. And hopefully, I'm just really trying to get us up to 300 speed, because that really puts us behind without it. So if I have any speed clicks, so this is power and wit, or a late surger skill. So I'm going to take the top. Okay, and so this is the refresh here. We don't have many coins because I was choosing to not race as much. So this is why we race a lot, so that when the shop refreshes, we have the items that we need here. So we have some decently good items. We have 2 rough skin cures. We have a whistle, and we have speed training anklets, another one of those megaphones, and an energy thing. So you can see how it really is a little bit of a bummer that I don't have coins, so we're going to go ahead and start racing to try to get some coins. So, because I'm in mega debt from losing that one race, so not getting very much from that. Now, case in point on this being easy mode as far as not really being able to lose a career. I mean, I guess if you lose every single race or never choose to race, you'll, not win, but just the base mechanic of needing to buy from that shop does take a lot of, and there's items added. I think that was Umastan. And then that was just a random event from the thing. This is CB's event, first chain event. And then before we go race, we're going to check the shop because that hammer is going to give us more race bonus, which I'm kind of in desperate need of. So I might grab that because we're probably going to race this turn still. We have until the new year, I believe, just how it kind of breaks down. So it's halfway between each. So we're going to go ahead and grab the hammer. And can I afford anything else while I'm here? We can grab this wit book. We can afford that. And we're going to grab this too right away, just in case so. Because we're going to do a lot of racing right away. So this is going to help us. So we're going to go ahead and take whatever race is available. You get the same amount of coins for every single grade race. So G1, 2, and 3. Doesn't matter. Taiki. This is a bad showcase if you're going to lose every race. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to clock that. And bottom. We got more books. Again, we're going to check the shop. I should have used my book when I bought it. That's what I should have done. I really want those items. I kind of really want that book. What I think I'll do is I'm going to buy the book first. And then I'm going to go into my inventory. And I'm actually going to use both these books. And then I forgot to use my hammer. So that's another thing that's important to remember, to use the items that you buy. And then we're going to take on this G2 race, I think, here. So we have up to race bonus for a G2 race. And we're going to view results. Perfect. G2s are easy, G3s are hard, she says. I know we did 3 races in a row. That's just how it be. Because we are in debt. Remember, we got to get the stuff from the shop. And then they give us another thing from the shop. Thankfully, books aren't very expensive, so... that was after the race, doing too many races in a row, I think. I want both of those items, and I want this, so we're going to take all that. We're going to go ahead and use this book. It does ask you if you want to use it right away. I think I showed that earlier. However, nobody's on training, so I guess poor Takey has to race again here. And win. And we're gonna just hope we don't move down, but we do have that rough skin protection. So I do have that whistle. So an option I could have done there is to whistle instead of letting that turn pass. I'm gonna buy those new items. If the turn that you race on does not if that is the day the shop changes, it'll keep the new items in there for you, as far as I've seen. So, you don't lose your items. So this is using the book right away. So now, you'll see I don't have any energy at all. But we do have a rainbow on speed, so we can show kind of stacking some items. I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to need, because it's only 20 energy each. 40 should be enough, but I have a third one if I need to. Let's see here. Oh, still 19% chance to fail, so I'll use all 3 items, because why not? And then Now you can see I went from 22 to like, what is that? Almost, yeah, it's 41 speed in one click. So granted, this particular card is probably a very good card. It does have only it has a speed and power bonus. I have it open on my thing, and 20 training effectiveness, but no mood effect that I see. So oop, I lied. It does. It's a very good card. It's gonna carry my speed. That's what it's gonna do. But that's okay because, like I said, I have some odd options here. So this is gonna be, let's see. I think the top two are the dirt options. So I'm gonna do those because I'm raising a dirt team Trial Zuma. And then I do think that I missed the G1 that I could go on. Oh, I forgot. They added this G1 here. So you won't always have that in the future. I'm going to take it because then I will have some coins for the shop in the new year, mostly. So we're going to ace this G1, this dirt G1. I do want to repeat from the previous thing. I'm making sure she is racing in pace, so she'll get pace chaser skills for when she wins a rival race. And I'm making sure that she is at least partaking in some of the dirt races and making sure she partakes in mile races so that she gets skills related to those things. So this is the rewards for doing the 60 points, which you saw. I think I got, if not 300, then close to. Which is the requirement for the following year. So this is the speed versus stamina. My stamina is very low, so I'm gonna take stamina. And then you can see the shop got refreshed. So the new items we got include hot sauce, which gets rid of any status effect debuff. We got a gold hammer I saw got added. We got some books, and we got the charm, which was one of the best items in the game. You can train with 0 energy and still succeed every time. So we're gonna grab that. Okay, so this sale thing is, I believe, the new thing. I know somebody in my club was asking about it. This is the sale thing. So normally for example, this power training thing, which is actually hugely high on the list, I think, for me. How much coins would I have without buying these things? I would have enough. So I think I'm gonna buy those, and I'm gonna buy my stamina book. But this thing upgrades your power facility. It would normally cost 150. It's 135. This is like the buff to the career. So it's not gonna add time or subtract time or anything like that. And then I don't think I can afford anything else, which means that it is technically a race day then. So we'll take on this race here because we have a lot of good items. I haven't done this race yet. I think that my stats are gonna probably end up looking pretty realistic with having lost a couple races. And by realistic, I mean realistic for not in JP with Admire Groove speed, which is a kind of busted card compared to some of our current cards and some of my low limit break cards that I have. I think Forever Young and Admire Groove are gonna really carry my Taiki here to have anything close to an A or S rank. A plus S rank. Alright, so she won. Beat poor Daiwa Scarlet. Got 60 out of 30 points, which is, And then and then this is where you would get that skill that we were talking about. I think that might have been like Speed Eater or something like that. Gonna fast forward through the events. This is Admire Groove's event. I don't know what her events do at all. She's my borrow. So I have a lot of items I want to buy. I still want to buy these. And the tuna can ups your friendship with the director. I don't want the small book. I don't care about the guts ankle weights. I would really like this megaphone and that energy thing. So I still have things to do, but I don't have a rival race today. I I could use this real quick. So I have kind of two options. I could rest, but the thing is, once I put all that energy in, did I not use this right away? I could rest, but if I put all that energy in, that's gonna like make me want to train for the next few days, and it does reset, I think, around inspiration time. So I'm gonna go ahead and gamble on this wit, because there's no loss to wit here. So that was a bit of a think for me. Now I still have items I want to buy, so I'm gonna go ahead and race again. These are all G3s. I think the only real difference there is if you have NTR, you might want to make sure you click the one that gives you the most fans, basically. I think for me, it would have been if I hadn't done it yet. So go ahead. I don't know why I checked. I think it is consistently 10 and 25 for the bottom option and then 20 for the top option. So again, we have 65 chance to fail, but it's on wit. We don't have a race that we can do today. I want this up. This will make it so I can succeed that, I think. I would have liked to buy hot sauce. I would have liked to buy that hammer. So we'll see if we can afford it before the thing changes, but if not, it is what it is. But if I go ahead and use one of these, I believe I can go ahead and wit train pretty safely here. So I can do a wit training for only 14% chance to fail. The only ankle weight the only stat that ankle weights can't go in is wit. So, and then this is a 40% up training bonus, right? And then so we have some extra energy and we have this training bonus thing going on. I think now is a good time to go ahead and just train for the next turn, even though I might miss out on the points I need for. This is an inspiration event, I think. No. That was a possible slacker event, I think. So I think... Do I have just gold one? I want to wait on my gold ones till I have at least a G1 to use it on. So I'm going to go ahead and do this G2. To try to get the other items that I couldn't afford before the thing changes. Although I don't know if that's going to be tomorrow or if it's the day after. I'd have to double check, but... Next. I think... So even if it is tomorrow, those items are going to stick around. So I think it might be today that it changes. So this is a JP inspiration event. We did not get mile, unfortunately. It didn't really affect us up to this point we didn't get medium. So yeah, so this changed. We lost out on the items I wanted to buy. But that's the way of the world. So these are 60%. This book is huge. This ankle weight is huge. I only have 100. DVD gets rid of not slacker. It's a healing item that I don't really need. So these both cost 70. This book I can afford right now. Why don't I grab the hammer, because we're gonna race today anyway. And then I grab this book and this book. So we're gonna use these items right away. Right? And then we're unable to afford anything, so it's time to race. I really want those 60% bonuses before summer camp. So we're going to go ahead and race, and we're going to use, so this is case in point, you can use items from right in here. I already used the hammer, though, so we're going to go ahead and race in this mile race here. I was really hoping that we would hit at least a C in medium before the second half of this year because of the all the medium races that you can partake in the second half of the year. But there's still some G1s, and I think there's like specifically dirt ones that you can grab even in the second half of this year. And there's definitely G2s and 3s in the meantime. So, I know there's not really any G1s today, but there might be a reason to race. Sorry, I don't know what the PASA event gives me yet, so. So, we check our shop. We're not at 100. We can afford one of these. We can afford the ankle weight. And that's basically it. We can do that. There's no races today. There is a 32. And do we have... Yeah, we do. So... This is where, again, the thinking comes in. We can either take this 12 wit, we can take this 32 in speed, and we can use our charm thingy, which I think would be a great option. We did buy that 40% up, so why don't we do that? We're going to try to rest before summer camp because we use that thing. So case in point, we have no energy at all. We now have the option to take, was that 44 speed, with no chance to fail. And then we have a race back up so that we can maybe buy those items that they couldn't afford before. So as stated, we want to try to rest before summer camp. I think the turn before is the turn that is the only G1 is a medium anyway, so it should be fine. Assuming that we actually get like a good rest in. And that will be my first rest. I don't know if I've rested before make debut, but it'll be my first rest post make debut. So I think we're doing really well as far as having to rest. My dog is snoring. We're gonna take top option here. And then there is a race today, but we're gonna double check here. What happened to my megaphones? Did I buy them? I don't remember. I don't remember buying them. Alright, well, go ahead and put these in here. I might have. Did I buy them? No, what the hell? Okay, well. Let's race here. Maybe we'll get some items added that we want. Okay. Boot up. That's what we needed. There's a megaphone. Items. And it's a 60. Good. Okay. Well, crisis averted, I guess. So we do want there to be coins in our pocket before the start of summer camp. So we're going to race in this one. Because the start of summer camp is a new shop. So again, obviously, I'm not saying it's going to take that I'm going to take that much less time than your average player. I think I'm going to take a lot longer than average because I don't know what my events do offhand. So that really doesn't help me. So, let's see here. So we were going to rest today. And so even if we hadn't gotten these items, we're going to buy the... Do we want to do that? We're just gonna buy this one, I think, because we're gonna rest before summer camp. That one moods you down when you use it. And then we have new items in here. So, again, we have the discount going on. This one is stamina training up. Let's see. So we don't care about the guts book. I care about these. I don't like that I can't afford them both, but that is what it is. Okay. There is a race that I could do. We don't have hugely good trainings, so 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. If there's a cut or anything, I had to talk to somebody real quick. So, this is exactly why I was hoping to get a medium spark, because that G1 would have been nice. I think what I'd rather do is capitalize on my, current energy. So we do have the option to, whistle, if we would like to. And I kind of think I would like to. So we're going to try whistling and see if we can get people to be on something better. So, it's big fat no. But we do have still a speed card, and CB has the up on speed too. So we're going to go ahead and use our bonuses. So this 24 turns into a 50. Which is not horrid. We're gonna go ahead and wit to get back some of our energy. This 32. Take that. What are they doing? Okay. And then we don't have any energy or any training items. We could take this wit. That would get that power card up to orange. So honestly, we're gonna take that because that would be nice. So I've seen much better summer camps before, but overall it's not the worst. Alright, we're gonna take on some races here because we do have some items that I'd like to buy still. And let's see here. I think a lot of people would be buying skills throughout the career just to guarantee those wins. That's not a bad idea. I, again, just am trying for the sake of time not to pay too close attention to that. So, again, I don't have anything as far as training items, really. I have just this bone, the one thing. So, honestly, I need to be racing just for the sake of getting items. So, I'm going to use this one here. I know I said I wanted to save those golds for G1s, but I actually would prefer to use any additional beyond 3 gold hammers. So Taiki is a sprinter, so she should be able to do this. Da-da-da. And we don't really care how much energy it takes at some point, right? So now we have updated shot. We can get our whistle back. So this here, the barbecue, is only really useful if I don't have people at orange yet, which I think I don't. think I have some people that aren't. So, let me just double check here. Because we have CB is not at orange, and I think she's not around to check, but I think Pasta is not at orange. So, why don't we actually take this guy? He's on sale anyway. This is the better energy item. This is item. Okay, and that's Charming here, but we don't need Charming for sure. So why don't I use that barbecue thing? And you can see, oh, Ditactyl Helios also was not quite at orange yet, so still worth it up until they're at orange, basically. And then we have the option to use a gold hammer, but we don't have any hammers to buy in here, so I would like to keep 3 for the last final races. We're gonna go ahead and race again. This is a dirt race anyway, and I think the next turn there's only medium races, so we might be able to give her a little break from racing on the next turn. We'll see. At least click wit or something. Oh. Events from cards I've never seen before. So we do have a race today we could do, but it's a G2. We can wit. I think we have a small energy pocket. Oh, there's definitely one in the shop. We're gonna take this power bracelet. And I haven't been training stamina, so there's no point in buying the stamina ankle weights, so then we can go ahead and use the small pot because I think that's gonna get us enough to be able to, well, 25 is still pretty risky. Well, that's okay. This one's more energy. Okay, so we have these G1s, and we still don't have anything that we can use here, but we do have a potential training with 36 here. I think we should go ahead and capitalize on that. So we're gonna do that. Brought that up to 50. Oops. I wanted that one anyway, because it's power. Okay, so we have another rainbow, so we may as well capitalize on that, since we have the energy for it. I'll take the speed for now, because we can wit almost any time. Then we'll take the dirt race here. If I recall, I missed the Mile Champions Cup yesterday. That's okay. And I think the next one is a medium and Armenia Keenan. So we can actually skip tomorrow too if we need to. I don't want to if we have the option to rival race because those are good items. There's no mood up to this, is there? Can we get it? Oh, nice. Okay. So we have energy to race right now. Want that, and those? Yeah. Okay. We have energy to train right now, I meant to say. We don't... Oh, we do have a 40% up. Nice. And we want ankle weights, too. And so now that we stack ankle weights and that together, now that brings 38 up to 60. The ankle weights only apply specifically to the training facility marked, so that is only speed. And they're only for one turn, whereas the microphone, the megaphone is for, I think it's like 2 or 3 turns. So 2, I think. It says on the thing. And second chain event for her. Does she have a mood up? What is your thing? That's Lead Searcher, so we'll take the top one. New shop. A pair of whistles. Which I think we can't quite afford both. And we have rough skin heels. Why don't I take this here? Because I'm going to have to race, so I may as well use the... this is... Oh, we have a healing pot? We don't, but we have a charm, so we're going to go ahead and charm this one. We may as well take advantage of the megaphone while we still have it. Fuku and CB showed up to give us some stats. And then... Oh, did I use my... I did not use my hammer. We just bought the hammer. Okay. I was going to be grumpy with myself if we did. So these are both sprints, but that's okay. Because they're the rival races. And I haven't done them yet. I will say you're probably going to find some races. You're going to fill out your trophy cabinet. Doing Trackblazer. Okay. So I'm not fussing over my mood because I can get mood ups from the events. I would really like that megaphone. This is fast learner. If I can manage to afford it, I will grab it. Don't think I can really afford to do that right now. The problem with the fast learner thing is it's very, very expensive. So, and you'll notice too that I have pretty high amount of skill points already. Okay, so we did win. Okay. I mean, I was like, oh no, she's in third on the corner, and then I was like, oh wait, that's Taiki's thing. Alright, so the problem with the fast learner is it takes like 3 races to be able to afford, and we had other items we needed to buy. So I'm buying it last if we can manage to afford it before the year ends. So we did get Cupcake. Where are we at for points? We're at 129. We do want the Cupcake. I don't care about the Guts Scroll. Let's use that Cupcake right away. It brings our mood up. And I don't care about really... I mean, the power weights would be nice. Let's use our gold hammer. No, let's use a silver hammer, because we'll still save the gold hammer for final 3 races then. And then we're going to go ahead and race. This is the February Stakes. Let's give some context where we are here. I'm not sure how easy or hard it is for people to read, to kind of tell where we're at in the career, since all of the events are not... I don't know why I check it. Doesn't matter. Okay, so you saw... I don't know if you saw... I did get... let's see. So we're just gonna race. Because we want those items, so. And I don't care if I get rough skin, I have the healing thing for it. Mood down kind of sucks, but... So this should be early March. And so I have to be able to afford that fast learner cap today if I'm going to buy it at all. If I can't, I'm not going to cry. I think I might be able to. And there's rough skin. I don't think either of these give a mood up. No, it's a wit or stamina. I'll take stamina. Those are new, so they're gonna stick around. We're at $2.99, so I will buy that fastener. Why not? I should probably use it right away. We'll use rough skin. So that gets rid of the rough skin thing, and it gives me fastener. That's what you're seeing there. And then I'd really not like to recreate today. But I don't have any way to train. I'm just gonna race again. Screw it. If I have to recreate tomorrow, that's fine. Lost? Girl, I thought we stopped doing that. Apparently not. Well. I'm not going to spend any more clocks on a G. I think it was G3. I think I am going to recreate today, unless we're giving cupcakes in the thing. I think that was sprint up. It went by really fast, so. Cupcakes? Cupcakes? No cupcakes. Okay, well, that is what it is. So, I think I'm pretty close to capping speed, so I'm gonna say no to speed books. I'm gonna drop this wit book for this power book, maybe. I'm gonna just do this. Okay. We didn't get any cupcakes, so I'm gonna recreate. Oh, I did not mean to rest. Oopsies! Oh no! It wasn't even really worth it. Let's see. 19. Could I afford the... No, but we can just take the 19 wit. I think she gets mile corners. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm kind of thinking harder than I'm talking. I think the other one might be a dirt race, so that might have been a better option, but... So the speed caps in JP at least is higher than in global, so I'm mad that I clicked rest instead of recreate. What the heck? Okay. Just a reminder, we do want to have coins on the start of the summer camp. I'm gonna take this power book. And I would like this megaphone also. So. I'm gonna recreate. Actually this time. I think that's energy. Okay. There should be a race today. And then I can rest tomorrow before summer camp. So I'll have some coins going in. So I do see that we're at like 50 minutes. Again, keep in mind, I'm yapping. I can't do the medium race anyway, so let's rest. Okay, shop time. Final shop. We'll take the energy, the speed cuffs. Maybe I'll drop the energy for this. And a power book is fine. Or do I want to drop the power book? No, we can't afford both. So power book. Let's use the book. Knights, plural. Okay, and then we'll take a look and see what we have for training. We do have a rainbow, it looks like. Let's see, it is on speed. So we're going to go ahead and grab our 60% up and our speed bonus. And then we got a flat 60, I think. And then another one. Fantastic. Then we do have wit or power. And I think we had a power ankle. So let's go ahead and hope this will be, I think it'll be fine. I think it's like still got a chance to fail though. Yeah. And she does anyway. Gotta love that. Tis life, man. Tis life. We're gonna go ahead and use our last little items here. Try to take advantage of this. So you can see we're gonna be past cap. That turns into this gold thing, so you grow slower. What? Girl! Can we get rid of it? No. Of course not. Okay, thanks. Skill points or power will take power. No, we failed 2 trainings. What did we have in the shop that we wanted to buy? Not much, honestly. Just like maybe that energy bottle. So maybe this will add something. Not if she frickin' loses. Okay, let's buy a skill here. I think she's struggling. Let's grab a gray cap skill. And let's grab all these greens. One of them has to apply. Thank you. Okay. Is this the one where you say catch it? Yeah, I think it is. Sure. So it does give us some stamina to train with, and we have a new shop. And now we get the cupcake. Here's our last gold hammer. Here's a training thing. Didn't get any ankle weights, though. Do we have any decent trainings? We do, but it's like 24% chance to fail. Was our so this is a start one, so let's do this. Here goes out. We're closing in here, and I think people saying that it takes an hour clearly is pretty accurate. I could grab the cupcake, that way if we get mooded down. It's 55, but I think it's worth it. That way I can just race every day, maybe. Because do I still have that skin rash stuff? I do. So I think what I'm going to do is pretty much race every day up to the last day before, and then I can cupcake if I need to. I haven't seen this race yet. She did win this time. We're proud of her. She's gonna have gotten me a lot of carrots because we did a lot of random races because she's not good at a medium. All right. Sorry. And we expected that. We actually super expected that. To the point that I actually prepped for that. So we do have a wit training we could attempt. Do we have... We don't have any energy items. So we're just gonna try it. I feel like it was a better use of our time than trying to, like rest or something. So planned on racing today and tomorrow, and then we're gonna rest right before the race. So that's actually only 2 in a row. So she should not get mood down or skin rash from racing at least. So that is energy, but it would mood her down. I don't have any cupcakes. Not super interested in it, but we will race today and then we'll double check the shop before we go. And then we'll rest right before the final 3. Okay, so we got megaphone, we got another speed book. I'm not super worried about my speed. If this was in global right now, she'd be for sure guaranteed max. It's actually pretty close to max anyway because it's 1222 is max. So like I said, we're gonna check our... Oh, that was 60% though, so we do want that. I could take it, but it's just gonna mood me down if I use it, and I don't have any mood ups. And as is, I can afford a bunch of stuff. We got gut speed, stamina bracelet. And we have 3 hammers already. I don't think anything else here is worth it. Believe it or not. Just looking. We're gonna rest. And we got a good rest. Hooray. Okay. Now, the last 3 turns are basically exactly the same as they normally would be. The only exception is we're going to use our hammers. So, we're going to take a look at the final shop. I don't mind this. It really isn't, because we already have those 3 hammers. I've noticed that they give hammers a lot in the last one. I don't know if that's actually a thing, or if it's just something I've noticed, so. So here's the nice thing, because I threw out I have a couple whistles, right? We can actually whistle a couple of times here to try to get, well, we have a speed click. Is this a good speed click? Not really. So let's try to get a much better click here. So let's see, as that is, 60% up. Oops. Did I back out of it? Okay. So we have 33 or 34 basically, and that's just speed, so we may as well take it here. 600 stam is usually where you want to be for miles, so that's actually right around the same place. So make sure we use our hammers. I mean, this is exactly like the URA in the sense that it's 3 races you have to win, basically. Her speed is almost maxed. I don't like that there's basically no training here, huh? Whistle again. Okay. So using this will make it, You know, I think I'm gonna wait to use it because it will be for today and tomorrow. Tomorrow's a race, so I think I can get better roll possibly. Again, use your hammer. Remember, I'm at like basically 50. I'm definitely under, I think I'm like between 50 and 55 for race bonus. And that puts me at like 80, I think, with the gold. Is it 18? Yeah, I think it is 80. And then, okay, so we have CB on here, or we can whistle and see if we get something better. If it's a really good speed, we also get power for it. And we lost that exchange. So, you get what you get with the whistle, though, so. May as well use up our last little bit here. We'll definitely get to 1,000. I feel like this is a pretty mid. This would be, well, this would be like a pretty decent roll in URA. I think is a pretty mid to low roll on Track Blazer because we've had races we lost and all that stuff. So. All right. So final stats roll in. I think we're gonna have, for sure, we're gonna have max speed. I know we're gonna have over 1,000 power. Wit, I don't think is quite to 1,000. Oh, not quite either. There's not as much bonuses as there is in the Unity Cup. So, I'm going to quick pick some skills. I'm gonna pause it for that. And I'm gonna call it here. So it was almost a flat hour, for the time. So let me pause it here while I pick some skills. Okay, I picked my skills. Again, the big thing is that I can't really tell you. I know that I think one of them is medium corners, one of them is mild corners, and you know, I know some of them are offhand, but mostly from context. So let's see what we rolled here. I didn't have any skills to evolve. We got an S rank. So this would be actually, obviously, a pretty high roll in URA. This is a low roll, I think, in like a mid to low roll, I would think, in Mant. So, nearly S plus. And obviously, Taiki's secret event wasn't a thing. So she got, looks like speed 2, dirt 2, and then like, you know, an okay amount of whites, not a lot. This is a thing in JP. I don't know that they're gonna include it, but we can re-roll on JP. So I'm gonna do that a couple times just to see what I get. So that is sprint 3, wit 2, and then this is gonna cost me TP. It normally costs more because of and of course I roll really low. I'm just gonna try to get a better one with carrots. No? Okay, cool. Well, I get a decent amount of whites off of it. Alright, well, this is the final result. I should have just taken the first one for re-rolls on inspiration. But she got a lot of whites off of it. So, yeah, JP inspiration is kind of crazy. So that's basically, the end of that. And then I was asked at one point how many races you do. I think it really depends. But 30 seems to be about my average. And by 30, I don't mean like a flat 30. I mean 30 to 35 seems about my average. And you saw it's not really because I'm like avoiding races or intentionally doing it without reason. I'm just racing. So anyway, the time on the career was about an hour and 3 minutes, and I definitely was yapping, so I do think it would probably be a little under an hour if I wasn't yapping. And if you're practiced, I could easily see it going down to like 40 minutes, which is a long URA, or a little longer than the average URA career. I would say mostly they take me between 25 and 30 minutes, so we're saying we're gonna add like 10. I think that it's definitely, like I said, gonna take longer, But if it comes down to it and you're just like, well, I just want to do fan runs, you can still do those in URA if you just want to do fan runs. Um, you can still do them in Unity if you prefer, and you're like doing Ignited Spirit runs or something. Um, so I think that yes, it is gonna be longer, but it does result in a higher rank, obviously. I don't think it's too bad and too confusing, but I'd be happy to answer questions either in the comment section or if you're in my club, feel free to text to Discord message in the correct chat. So otherwise, hopefully you stuck around. Maybe you played it in 2 times. Hopefully I didn't talk too fast or mumble too much for that. And I'm totally fine if you did. All right. Well, you guys have a nice night.